Welcome into the NFC Championship. Rams taking on the Seahawks in Seattle after the Patriots beat the Denver Broncos. They beat Denver in the AFC Championship game, sending the Patriots to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2018. Crazy year. It's been 7 years since the Patriots have been, but here we are, NFC Championship. You can watch this game on Fox on TV. Pats won that game 10-7 against the Broncos. Drake May, 10 of 21. Had a rushing touchdown. He did. Drake May, 10 carries, 65 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Had only 21 less rushing yards than passing yards, long of 28 on the ground. Real defensive battle. Combined, the kickers were 1 of 5 on field goals. Will Lutz 0 for 2. Andy Borregales 1 for 3 for the Patriots. So a very interesting game, but this one could have some more fireworks, could have some more offense involved. That last game was predicted to be low scoring. It was even more low scoring than people expected. But this Rams team, they've been involved in some really close games. Beat the Bears 20-7 in a crazy overtime thriller. Absolutely insane. Harrison Mevis hit a 42-yard field goal. Good to win it. 20-17 over Chicago. That was nuts. It's an absolutely crazy game. And that one, welcoming everyone here. Rams and Seahawks, the NFC Championship. Winner faces the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Would be crazy. In Super Bowl 60 at Levi Stadium in California. So, here we go. Looking at LA, this Rams team won their last 2 games both by 3. In the regular season, though, they scored 518 points. Crazy numbers. 518 divided by 17. Do the math. That's a little over 30 points per game. That's real crazy stuff that they're putting up. This is a very formidable team in the Rams. Winner faces off against the Patriots. I still cannot believe that the New England Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. It's wild. It is absolutely wild to me, but it happened. Patriots beat the Broncos 10-7. So for this, looking at Seattle, their hallmark is their defense. Seattle defense is dominant. Best scoring defense in the regular season. Best scoring defense overall, when you include playoffs as well. Because Houston, and their average scoring defense in addition, the Seahawks team, they've dominated some of their games. Destroyed the Falcons, destroyed the Vikings. They beat the Falcons 37-9, beat the Vikings 26-0, beat the Cardinals 44-22. This team wins big. Beat the Saints 44-13. They could put up big numbers, but the most important blowout was beating the 49ers in the division around 41-6. Crazy stuff. Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is a huge threat. He is the main guy. I think if the Patriots faced off against him, they could contain Walker potentially. But it would be tough. Then maybe Jones covers Kupp and Gonzalez covers Smith and Jigba. It's really a toss-up for who you would rather face, either the Rams or the Seahawks. It's tough to decide, but this game will decide who heads to the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship about to begin. Rams and Seahawks at Lumen Field in Seattle. Skycam in full gear, and the kickoff about to ensue between the two sides. The Rams and the Seahawks. Super Bowl will take place on Sunday, February 8th. That game will, with the Patriots taking on the winner of this game. They will. About to start. Game about to begin. Patriots facing off against, or not the Patriots. Been thinking about the Patriots a lot. Right now, the Rams taking on the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Rams, including the playoffs, their record is 14-5. Seahawks record is 15-3. Seahawks about to kick it off with their kicker. Their quarterback, Sam Darnold. It's been a career of ups and downs, but he's been on an upward trajectory. Seahawks kick it off to the Rams, who start. Returnable at about the 5 taken. Left side brought around past the 30 and pushed back at about the 31-yard line. So Los Angeles starts with the football to begin the NFC Championship. Matthew Stafford coming out, and what a season he's had with the Rams. 6-1 record versus the Seahawks. The only loss was week 16 this year. In an absolutely crazy game. Miracle comeback win by Seattle. A lot of just wild stuff happened in that one. Under center is Stafford. Nakua motions in on the right side. Handoff Kyron Williams up the middle. Williams left side run up the gut. Gains a couple and some pushing and shoving now. Rams player pushed a Seahawk. Some chippiness between these two defensive linemen. Between this defensive lineman and the offensive player. These two tight foes. Both games have been thrillers. 2nd and 6. Shotgun for Stafford. Williams to his right. 2 receivers on each side bunched. Stafford throws over the middle. Pass hauled in by Puka Nakua. He makes the catch. Nakua this season, he's done a good job. He's been, of course, a breakout player since last year. 3rd and 3. 3:50 on the clock in the first quarter. 2 receivers on each side now. One motions out further right. Stafford throws down the field. Incomplete down the middle of the field, coming right to left. Nakua, the intended target, and this Seattle defense stands strong on 3rd and 3. As Pats fans, I would rather play Seattle. Personally, I would rather play Seattle. Rashid Shaheed back deep to return for the Seahawks. I think Seattle, let's be honest, the Patriots made Sam Darnold see goes back in the day. I would rather play them. Fair catch at about the 19. Even how crazy. Yeah, but when you look at the Rams, they also went crazy on San Francisco. Rams also put up 42 points. So, I just feel that I would rather face off with Seahawks Cooper Cup and, for me, what it really comes down to is, the receiving cores are similar. Maybe Seahawks is a little bit worse. Slightly. Who knows? I would just rather play Sam Darnold than play, because we've shown that we can put pressure on quarterbacks. Darnold and shotgun from their own 19 handoff up the middle. Dancing is Kenneth Walker. He had a huge game against San Francisco in the divisional round, but I just feel that we beat the Broncos now. They have a good defense. They have one of the best defenses in the league. Patriots beat the Broncos. Yeah, Patriots beat the Broncos. They beat the Texans. they can do fine against good defenses. That's my view. Two receivers left, cut motioned left. One receiver right, tight end on the right side. Shotgun for Darnold. Sam Darnold under pressure, throw over the middle, misses his mark, and it's incomplete. Just trying to find him right to left there. May not have that pressure killer instinct. Yeah, exactly. Matthew Stafford, he's one. That pass was intended for Jackson Smith and Jigba. I really feel that. What football comes down to is winning quarterbacks, winning football. And the LA Rams have better winning football than the Seattle Seahawks. I think my prediction is the Rams win this game too. One receiver on each side, two in the backfield. Darnold and shotgun on 3rd and 5. Lofting one. Deep right sideline, and he finds him. Rashid Shaheed. Huge play down the right sideline for Seattle. Shaheed always a big play threat. He strikes early. One-on-one coverage with Shaheed. Williams trying to get back to him. Shaheed burns him. Huge play for Seattle. Sam Darnold floats it over the top. Beautiful ball. 1st and 10, 51 yards to Shaheed. Now from the Rams, 25. One receiver on each side. Wide receiver screen pass. Right side caught. Smith and Jigba, little hesitation. Pops out of bounds at the 11. Strongest receiving team in the league. I might have to rescind some of these hopes. I got to be honest. I feel it's really up in the air whether the Patriots would rather face Seattle or the Rams. 1st and goal from the LA 9. One receiver on each side. Darnold under center. Man of motion, tight end left to right. Hand off, up the middle. Walker traverses, cuts right. Gets about 3. 2nd and goal. Sam Darnold, 2 of 3, 67 yards for Seattle. 11 minutes on the clock in the 1st quarter. Seattle, their receiving core is quite dominant. You look at it, Shaheed is a threat, but so is the Rams. Javonte Adams, he's a winner. 2nd and goal now from the 6 of LA. Darnold, handoff, fake the play action, and instead handed it off to Walker. Walker bounces off a tackler, spins forwards down to about the 2. Kind of came forward right side, then spun out, disengaged. Strong receiver's a great running back and new Legion of Boom. That is true. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna make a preliminary thought. I would rather face the Rams at this point. One receiver left. Darnold, handoff. Walker trying to find the edge, dives for the end zone, and he has it. Inside the pylon, right side, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker runs it in. I take the thoughts back. Patriots would rather face Los Angeles. This is a great concept for Seattle. Good blocking off the right edge. The tight end does a good job to get himself. They might, but this team is scary. Kick is good. Right down the middle a bit right. Rashid Shaheed, big play, set it up. He burned Marcus Williams. Followed up by Kenneth Walker running it in for the touchdown. I'd take my opinion back. Well, the Rams have been involved in a lot of close games. They gave up 31 to the Panthers. The Panthers. So, it's close. It is very close. For now, yeah, but you never know. People will join. Right now, Seattle and the Rams NFC Championship 7-0. Seahawks on top after their opening drive touchdown by Kenneth Walker took it to the right side. Pats defense is better than the LA defense. Rams don't look all that good at this point. There be it, that was just one drive, but you look at their game against the Bears, they let the Bears stay in it. Only beat them 20-17. Caleb Williams could have easily won that game. Could have definitely happened, and then maybe he put up 4 touchdowns against Brissett, but that's Jacoby Brissett. Again, this team lost to the Falcons. I don't know. This Rams team is starting to look less threatening. It's really starting to. They're still good, but I'm not sure what I was thinking by hoping Seattle won. Definitely seems that it would be better for the Patriots if the Rams won it. Sam Darnold, 2 of 3, 67 yards, passer rating of 109.7. And then in the rushing game, Kenneth Walker, 4 carries, 14 yards, 1 touchdown. Long of only 5, but consistent runs for him. Receiving game, Shaheed with a 51-yarder on that drive, and then Smith and Jigba with a catch for 16. Rams on their opening drive got stuffed quickly. Matt Stafford, 1 of 2, 3 yards, passer rating. Although it's early, with 9:57 to go in the first quarter. 56.3 passer rating, not the highest necessarily out there. What would it take for the Patriots to stop the Seahawks D? Patriots could stop the Seahawks D. Patriots could still, I think, be successful. It's more their offense combined with the defense that I'm worried about. They seem like the more complete team. Return from the 4, taken out of the end zone past the 25-yard line to about the 27, cutting in. Because the Patriots have still shown that they can compete with teams with a good defense. It's just the teams that have good defenses or great defenses and good offenses. That's what concerns me. And even though Sam Darnold is the quarterback, he's prone to interceptions. They definitely could put up some serious numbers. 1st and 10 for Stafford from the Rams 27. Extra men on the right side. 1 receiver left. Now receiver motions out left as a blocker. Handoff up the middle. Williams. Kyron Williams to about the 31. Currently playing Madden 26. It's funny. Legion of Boom 2.0. Yeah, I think I've honestly rescinded my take. I think that it'd be better to play the Rams. They could stop. Good luck. Tell me how it goes. Let me know about that. I'm curious. 2nd and 7. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Play action for Stafford under center. Floats it. He's going downfield and he finds him. Puka Nakua. Deep down the right side. Rams strike back with a big play. Play action from Stafford, felt the pressure around him, stepped up in the pocket. One-on-one coverage with Witherspoon. Nakua got beyond him. Got behind and near the sideline on the right side. This has been a good game on all Madden. Good luck. I usually play career mode on all Madden. 2, 3, 47 yards for Stafford. Two receivers each side. Running back to his left in shotgun. Stafford floats it to Nakua again from the 26. And he missed him. Too far. 2nd and 10. On all Madden, yeah. Currently in the wild card. Good luck with that. Cardinals. Ooh. Haven't finished college. Wow. Yeah, I'll do I'll sometimes do NCAA and then I'll go to Madden. But at this point I just play I prefer NCAA career mode. It's more hard. It's harder, I think. I don't know why. Two receivers left, one right from the 26-yard line of Seattle. One running back right. Williams floating again, going for the deep ball. Incomplete. Adams on the right side on a go route, pleading for a pass interference penalty. Didn't get it. Yeah, I haven't played career mode in a long time because when I play stuff nowadays, I just play with friends because studying a lot. It just doesn't feel as worth it to play in offline mode. 3rd and 10. Three receivers left, one right. Here's Adams. Single high safety shown by Seattle. Looks like man coverage. Stafford throws over the middle to Nakua, left side, inside the numbers, incomplete. Pass was too much to the left and too short. 4th and 10, Los Angeles. Who's your quarterback right now? Harrison Mevis, nicknamed the thicker kicker. Coming out to kick a field goal now. After the Rams stall. Mevis 4 for 4 on field goals this postseason, long of 46. This one from 44. Good snap, good hold, and Mevis, he's got it. It's good down the middle, a little bit right. Drills it. 7-3 Seahawks. Oof. Yeah, Nussmeier, that's tough. Exactly, too slow. You need a fast quarterback. Whenever I play Madden or NCAA, I always like to scramble out, make big plays happen with a quarterback's legs. I like honestly using the Patriots now. It's so nice to use them in Madden. Again, I have them be good. I love Drake May. It's amazing. And then I can do power running with Stevenson, throw it deep to Booty or Douglas, and then or stretch runs with Henderson. So really, they have just an all-around team, at least in Madden and in real life too. Just destroyed them with Denver. Oh wow. 7-0 Seattle over Los Angeles. Seahawks on top with a 2-yard rush by Kenneth Walker. Then Harrison Mevis kicked a 44-yard field goal. Oh, dang. 41-3? Jeez. Wait, how did you win? Wait, you were down or he was down? What? How long were the quarters? It's crazy. How'd you come back down 41-3? Jeez. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I usually play on 6 minute. Yeah. That explains it. Still, that's crazy. It's insane. Bo Nix, according to NFL.com, underwent a successful ankle surgery, but you had Stiddy. Stiddy. Stiddy's one of the greats. Oh, he's a good backup though. Bo Nix, according to NFL.com, underwent a successful ankle surgery. He's expected to return by minicamp. Oh wow. Wear and tear is kind of annoying. I find it. It's just I it's a good feature, but it is annoying to use because what's really fun is just pounding with a running back over and over again. At least I find that fun sometimes. Of course, it's more fun to throw it deep, but if you're trying to establish the run, oh, cool. cool. How'd you do in the first year? 6 plays, 47 yards on that drive for the Rams. Kicked off. Touchback. Touchback goes through the end zone. 3 and 14. Wow. It's nuts. Similar to the Patriots. That's good. That's awesome. Well, Sam Darnold, 67.7 completion percentage, a little over 4,000 yards in the regular season, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks. First and 10 here for Seattle under center. Man in motion, tight end out left. Tight end and one receiver left, one to the right. Now another motion setting up for a run play on the left side. Kenneth Walker takes it to the outside, now to the inside, pushing forward. Tries to dive. Gains a couple, second down. It's been a championship weekend marathon today. Grab Nussmeyer, you too. 215. Grab Jeremiah Love. All right, good luck. Keep with the updates. 2nd and 5. Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator, has done a great job with this Seattle offense and Sam Darnold. New running back in the backfield. Play selection 5, rushes 3 passes. One receiver on each side. Fake the give. Rolls out left. Throw to the tight end. Finds him. First down. Ball came out after the play, but he was out of bounds. First down, Seattle. Caught by Barner. That's tough. That's amazing. Score with 1 minute left in the half. That is nuts. That is nuts. Catch by Barner. Ball came out, but it was already out of bounds. So first down by the Seahawks. Under center. Shaheed in motion from left to right. Handoff up the middle. Possible big head of steam. Walker goes a bit left. Picks up about 7 or 8. Stream Tampa Bay at Arizona on Fox Sports. Great game. 2nd and 2. Trust. Rushing offense the last 4 games, 172 yards a game, 5.2 yards per rush, 8 touchdowns for the Seahawks. One receiver on each side. Now cut motions in to the inside of the numbers. Seahawks continuing to pound the rock. Hand off, little juke move to the inside left side by Walker. He picks up another first down. Kenneth Walker, like a battering ram, pummeling the LA defense. 7 rushes, 35 yards, 5 yards per carry, 1 touchdown, a long of 8 now. Long of 8, but he's been very consistent. Made a man miss. Juke to the left. Rebuild regular seasons, 10 minutes no cell clock. That's cool. I usually just play 6-minute quarters for everything. Not sure why. I think I do Excel clock. Yeah, 6 minutes Excel clock. Shotgun for Darnold. Play action. Screen pass. Right side. Walker gets around a man inside the 25-yard line of Los Angeles. First down, Seahawks again. It's been the Kenneth Walker show here in the first quarter. Wholly offensive is right. It's been an offensive showcase. The play action to Walker, the screen to Walker, and the first down for Walker. Really blocking off the right edge for the Seahawks. Darnold just doing his job in the NFC Championship game. Looking to go to the Super Bowl. Exactly. I was surprised that they split the time so much between the two. Now Kenneth Walker, he gets stuffed here. Tries to take it left side, inside run. Loss of 1, but Walker's been excellent. Charbonnet's fine, but Walker definitely is superior. Charbonnet was placed on IR in the regular season. Charbonnet only with a 4.0 average yards per carry. Not the best. Fantasy legend, true. Second and 10. One receiver left, two to the right. Darnold from the Rams 25 throws it out route, left side caught Smith and Jigba inside the 25. Tight ropes the sideline, almost down to the 20. Third down now for Seattle. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Seahawks on top of the Rams. Darnold, all right, 2-minute warning. Darnold 4-5, 95 yards. He's had an excellent first quarter. From the Rams' 16-yard line now. They need the 14. Trips right formation. Receivers bunch now. Shaheed motions to the left side. Darnold in shotgun. Running back behind him. Fake the give. Steps left again. Darnold floats in. It's close. Smith and Jigba may have came down with it on the sideline with one hand. And he did. Crossing route right to left. What a catch by Smith and Jigba. Outstretches the right hand and brings it in. Now from the 7-yard line, handoff. Right side run, it's blown up. Seahawks offense is looking crazy. Everyone talks about the defense. This is what concerns me. When Jackson Smith and Jigba can do that, what a catch. What a catch by him. That's tight too. Had full possession as well. All right, Tampa Bay ball. It was close for you. Second and goal. Oh, you should be set then. Should get the win. Second and goal. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. One receiver on each side. Actually, two on the left. It's just Kupp's bunched on the left as a blocker. Hand off again to Walker from the 9, pushing the pile. Flag flies. Gets it about down to the 5. Flag is down. Trey McBride had a diving one-hand catch in the back of the end zone. That's nuts. Clay Martin, referee, 11th season as an official. The referee for tonight's game. They're going to get Bradford of Seattle. Pulls down the lineman from behind. Second and goal now. Interesting enough, in the Patriots-Broncos game, weren't all that many penalties. It was a very clean game. Patriots only 1 penalty for 5 yards. Broncos 2 penalties for 5 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Darnold, screen pass. Right side from the Rams 19 to Walker. Gets back inside the 10-yard line. Gets to the 9. Kenneth Walker, yet another screen pass to him. Third and goal now for Sam Darnold. 7-3 Seattle on top of Los Angeles. Well, that's a tight game for you. GG's. 7-3. That's awesome. So you're moving on to the divisional now. From the 9-yard line, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now cut motions left. Trips left, 1 right. Shotgun for Darnold. Walker to his right. 2 safeties in the secondary in the end zone. Darnold throws. End zone. Tight coverage. Intended for his tight end. He couldn't find him. Trying to find Barner. A.J. Barner, the intended target. Hate the Fox score bug. It's okay. I like CBS better. Maybe an offensive pass interference on Barner in the end zone. Could have been DPI. It's close, but ultimately the right call by the referees not to call anything. Jason Myers, 7-9 field goals in the postseason. I miss their old score bugs, like not like the old ones, but like the 2016, like the 18 ones. The ones of the late 2010s. Fourth and goal, 27-yard attempt for Myers. It's good. Right down the middle from the right hash. 10-3 Seattle. Myers started his career with Jacksonville. All right, who are you playing? Started his career with Jacksonville. Played 1 year with the Jets. Has played with the Seahawks since 2020. Back in 2020, he had a perfect season. He was 24 of 24 that year. Incredible. The 12-5 New Orleans Saints. How's the record looking for you guys against each other? That's the question. 111-6. That's good. Or you're 11-6. You're 11-6. That's good. Good luck. Good luck in that game. That's lucky. Rams went 8-9. Wow. Rams went 8-9. That was the second best team. Oh geez. So that was super lucky. But again, 11-6 is respectable. That still gets you in the playoffs no matter what. So you have to respect that. It's kind of like the Patriots. Like even if you have a weak schedule, if you win your games, that's that's solid. It's good stuff. Yeah. What's the rest of the bracket? I want to know this. Seattle on top 10-3. Almost the end of the first quarter. 54 seconds to go in the first. For the Rams, Matt Stafford, 2 of 647 yards passing, no touchdowns, no picks. Quarterback rating of 62.5 for Seattle. Sam Darnold, 7 of 9, 114 passing yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Kenneth Walker, though, with a rushing touchdown. Also, George Halani from Auckland, New Zealand. He's the backup running back. Had one run in the game for -2 yards so far. All right, how's the NFC looking? I would do these face of the franchises. I've kind of stopped just because it's not as interesting, and I want to like play online more. But I would win like 7 Super Bowls on all Madden. It was crazy. Mike McDonald, huge winning streak, head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. He's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight wins. Kickoff from the Seahawks return across the 30-yard line to about the 35, so about the same as if it was a touchback. About the same. Also, you're Arizona playing the 2 seed New Orleans Saints. The overall is what really matters, though. Your overall versus the other team. You just have to play solid and you'll be fine. 1st and 10. What are some of the players that you got in the rebuild as well? Under center, Stafford from the 35-yard line exactly. Nakua motions left. Handoff left side, Williams. Nakua has a lead block. Gets a couple, then he's wrapped down, tackled. 88, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's good. He really hasn't. Marvin Harrison Jr. has not lived up to the expectations by any means. McBride's insane, though. He's been a fantasy beast this season as well. It's been crazy. 2nd and 6. That's awesome. What was the score? 2nd and 6 now for Stafford. Tight end motions out right. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Extra tight end on the offensive line. Handoff. Everybody comes forward trying to blitz for the Seahawks. Big gaping hole for Williams. First down across midfield. That ends the first quarter. 10-3. Seahawks over the Rams after one. What? 31-30? That's crazy. That's close. That is very close. 2 straight games won by 3 or less. It's like the Chicago Bears. Kind of. Or you could say the Broncos. You could definitely say the Broncos as well. In that divisional round game, close game, lost by 3. Denver's always in a close one. That's the truth. This Broncos team only beat the Raiders by 3 with Bo Nix. Now, I know the Patriots lost to the Raiders early in the season, but we were talking about a less developed Patriots team back then. One last home game. All right, good luck. That was a surprise game. And of course, even in that game, Kaytron Booty, very respectable, 103 yards. Just Brock Bowers went crazy. Brock Bowers went absolutely insane in that game. We had Green Bay beat Dallas. Who are you facing off with? Oh, so you're facing Green Bay. Bills Titans? There's no way. The Titans. Who's their I wonder who the quarterback is in your little simulation in the franchise. That's nuts. Game about to come back on. United Football League. Spring professional football. It'll be on Fox. Maybe I'll call some games here and there. More focus on basketball and some of the other sports, but here and there I'll call one. Definitely I'll watch some. Cam Ward? That's crazy. Cam Ward. Looking at his stats, how is he this year? He was like not so great. I'm gonna be honest, I think he might be a bust. He just doesn't scream. I don't think he's gonna be a terrible bust, but yeah, zero weight. He's just like he's gonna be like okay. Dang. Ryan Williams. That's cool. First play from scrimmage now. For the Rams on the drive, Puka Nacua gets his helmet taken off. He's jarring with some of the Seattle players. On this play, Matt Stafford is going to be under center. And it's just a little jet handoff to Nacua off the edge, but a very chippy game this has already turned out to be. And what's becoming one heck of a rivalry in the NFC West. 2 receivers on each side. Stafford throws slant route right to left. Pass caught Davante Adams inside the 25 of Seattle. Davante Adams breaking away. Why are you simming the championship? You should play it. That's what I feel like the whole point. Oh, well, if you're just doing it for the rebuild, actually, then it makes sense to sim. Davante Adams beat the man coverage coming right to left. Got beyond Bryant. Good stuff. Yards per play, both teams very high. 8 yards per play for the Rams, 8.2 for the Seahawks. The opposite of the AFC Championship game. With Patriots Broncos under center is Stafford. Delayed handoff. Trying to take it off the right edge. Williams stuffed. So you're heading to the Super Bowl then, right? Or are you headed, or are you going to the AFC Championship? Nonetheless, great job with that rebuild. It's crazy. 2nd and 10. 2:13, 10 to go in the second quarter. You're Super Bowl bound. It's pretty amazing. Shotgun for Stafford. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Running back Williams to his right. Stafford takes the snap. Throws over the middle. Contested. Intended for Adams. Incomplete. Couldn't fit it to him. This stout Seattle defense comes up big. He's trying to find Adams over the middle in man coverage. Left to right. Just couldn't fit it to him. Nick and then Worry from Greensboro, North Carolina on the breakup. 2 receivers left, 1 motions out further left. 1 receiver right is Adams. Running back to his right. Stafford steps, spins, and he goes down. The ball's out. Ball came out for a second. Rams recover. The offense still with possession. But the Seahawks, oh, this is a face mask penalty. That appears to be a face mask. The edge rusher came to the inside, then popped back out. Strip sack of Stafford. Called not a penalty. Mevis on 4th and 19 from 50 yards out, just inside the right upright is good. He was 5th? That's crazy. He was 5th? You kidding me? Byron Young came in. The edge rusher for the Rams. Oh, do you mean you mean in your game? And MVP voting hasn't happened yet in real life. Yeah, of course. For some reason, I thought they did like an early voting. I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because the NFL honors is the night before the Super Bowl. That's when it is. Titans Cardinals Super Bowl. I wonder if it will be like the regular season game this year. That was bunk. I can't. I really feel for you guys with that game between the Cardinals and the Titans. At that point, the Cardinals were 2-2 going into it, so they had some hope at least, which is nuts. But one bright spot for you guys is Trey McBride, though. He's been wild. What? They beat the Jaguars, the Broncos, and the Bills. That's crazy work. It's insane. This game between the Seahawks and the Rams, already only one less point scored than in the AFC Championship game between the Patriots and the Broncos. Pats sent themselves to the Super Bowl in that one. And this one, much more offense. Kenneth Walker opened the scoring off the right edge, 2 yards out. Myers kicked the extra point. This is going to be a blot. I don't think. Maybe. Maybe. It's going to be high scoring at the very least. Seattle's going to win. Seattle's going to win the game. It's going to be high scoring on both sides. Devontae Adams is a very good receiver. So Walker ran it in from 2 yards out. Then Mevis made the 44-yarder. Myers kicked the 27-yarder. Then Mevis hit one from 50 to make it a 10-6 game where we are right now. Rams kicking off to Seattle. Kicking off to the Seahawks. 12-11 on the clock in the second quarter. Kickoff is deep. And kneeled for a touchback. There's fair caught in the end zone. 1st and 10, Seattle. Sam Darnold, 7 of 9. 114 passing yards. Quarterback rating of 118.8. Kenneth Walker, 8 carries. 35 yards, 1 touchdown. Not only a long of 8, but what that shows is how consistent he's been in his runs. From their own 35, Seattle with it. Rams show man coverage. Darnold, play action, steps up, throws over the middle inside the numbers. Right side caught by Smith and Jigba. Dives across midfield. He's always open. He's all over the place. When you have to deal with Smith and Jigba working on Marcus Williams there. Comeback route to the inside. When you have to deal with Smith and Jigba and Kenneth Walker, or Darius Williams, excuse me, not Marcus Williams. That's Darius Williams. From the 49-yard line of the Rams, One receiver on each side. The fumble snap. Darnold jumps on it. Miscommunication with the snap. Ball came loose, but danger averted. Second down and long. Judge Darnold. Judge Darnold popped out of nowhere. He just dropped the snap. Not even a miscommunication. He just dropped it, looked right prematurely, had to dive on it. Exactly. Three receivers left, one to the right. Walker to his left. Tight end now on the right side. Shotgun, Darnold. 2nd and 19 under pressure, and he goes down. Back behind the 35. Tackled by Fisk. 3rd and long, Seattle. Judge Darnold again. Edge rush off the right side. This is just a bull rush. Comes through. With a linebacker coming in young as well, it overwhelms the right side of the Seahawks offensive line. Rams get to Darnold. It's 3rd and 27. 11 dropbacks, 1 sack, 3 pressures for Sam Darnold. Shotgun inside zone run. Hand off up the middle, nothing much. From right to left and just a couple yards for George Holani, his 2nd carry of the game. 100% Patriots defense is going to need that in the Super Bowl. I really feel like this game could go either way. Michael Dixon punting. Punts it on 4th and 24. Punts it down to the 10-yard line. Ball's muffed. Ball's muffed but recovered by Los Angeles. Smith fumbled it, dove on it. Young was in the area for Seattle. Bopped out of his hands and his chest. Dives on it to safety. (10-6). Seahawks on top of the Rams. 9:18 on the clock in the second quarter. Quarterback stats, Matthew Stafford, 3 of 8, 70 yards. Been sacked once. No touchdowns, no picks. Seahawks, 8 of 10. Completions and attempts, 130 passing yards. For Darnold, he's been sacked once. 118.8 passer rating. And then Kenneth Walker, 8 carries, 35 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Long of 8 for him. Packers, in some just NFL news, Packers hired former Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon as their defensive coordinator. GD, what do you think about that? Drake May's passer rating today, not the highest. It's 58.8. It was 100.7 in the Texans game. 86.6 in the wild card. Exactly, in the snow. What are you going to do? Not the highest numbers, but he still can get the wins. And this is why I think he's a truly great quarterback. Is he can win games in tough conditions. He's a winner. He just comes through in the big moments. Can't overstate this enough. Can't understate this enough. It's just like Drake May, when it matters most, he wins the games. It's the clutch gene. It's what Mahomes has. Josh Allen less so. Allen in the regular season always, just not in the playoffs. For whatever reason. That's just the Buffalo tradition of heartbreak, though. Really feel for the Bills Mafia, their fans. You have to feel for them. They've gone through so much in their history. Made 4 straight Super Bowls, lost all 4 of them. The run that they're on right now, keep losing in the playoffs. And this year, extra painful. 1st and 10 for Matthew Stafford under center. Williams in the backfield. Tight end motions left. Stafford, handoff, left side, Williams, turning, pushing through. Or this is Blake Corum, actually, on his first carry of the game. Blake Corum, or his second, rather. Appears to be your third, something like that. Blake Corum, couple games, couple plays in this game. He has done that. One goes for 7. Second year in the league, drafted by the Rams. Alum of Michigan, University of Michigan. Corum, right side, first down. Dives through for the first. Rams have this 1-2 punch with the combination of Williams and Corum. Picks up a first here. Trying to establish the clock. 8:15 on the clock in the first half. Here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Los Angeles. Matthew Stafford, 3 of 8. 70 yards passing. He's been sacked once. Stafford under center again. Extra man on the right side. Now tight end motions back and forth. He's pulling. Handoff straight up the middle. Just to the right of the right hash mark. Inside the numbers by Corum. Tail of the tape. Rams offense, 30.5 points per game. Best in the NFL. The 2 best teams in terms of point differential. The 2 meetings between the sides decided by 2 and 1 points. Awfully close matchups. 21-19 win by the Rams, and then a thriller 38-37 win by the Seahawks. Out route caught by the tight end Cody Parkinson. Hauls it in. Left side for Los Angeles, first down. First down by the Rams. Colby Parkinson, former Seattle Seahawks, spent the first 4 years of his career with them, was drafted in the 4th round of the 2020 NFL Draft. 1st and 10 now. On and off this season, the way they are. Play action, Stafford over the middle, tight coverage, finds Nacua inside the Seattle 45. Puka Nacua, Stafford fitted to him in the tight window. He finds him for the big play. The Rams, not all that often on. Well, the Panthers game was surprising. You look at the loss that they had against Atlanta. It's just Matthew Stafford's turnovers. If this team doesn't turn the football over, they're going to win games. But if they do turn the football over, they're going to struggle mightily. 1st and 10 from the 44 of the Seahawks. Right side run again. They've loved to run those right side runs around the tackle. Corum again. He gets stuffed. About no gain. How they won the Super Bowl on Fox Daytona 500 on February 15th as well. You look at last year, they really weren't so bad. They won their division. They were 10-7. They weren't as good, but they were still solid. 2 receivers left. Tight end also on the left side on the offensive line. 1 receiver right is Adams. Seattle blitzes again, and Corum, his time breaks free inside to the 25-yard line. Rams have been able to take advantage of the Seahawks blitzes, essentially trap them. They're running these trap runs where they let everybody get by. Then the running back goes right through the hole. Full head of steam in front of him with wide open space. Year before that, 10-7. So maybe they weren't as good, but they still won games. Okay, the 22-23 year. Yeah, they were bad that year, 5-12. To be fair. Under center, Stafford from 25. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 2. Straight up the gut for Los Angeles. And the year before that, 21-22. season they won the Super Bowl. So they really only had that 1 year in 22-23. Getting Matthew Stafford just really put this team together. And maybe it hasn't been perfect, but Sean McVay's done a great job with this team. 10-6 Seahawks on top of the Rams. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Shotgun from the Seahawks. 24.5. Stafford throws it out route. Left side caught Nakua right to about the sticks. About a gain of 8. It's going to be close. Puka Nakua, the leading receiver by a mile in this game. He's had an unbelievable season. 3rd-1 now for Los Angeles. 129 receptions in the regular season for 1,715 yards, 10 touchdowns, and average reception total in terms of yards of 10.5. That's nuts. 3rd-1 from the Seahawks 16. They need the 15. Tight end motions left to right. Handoff up the middle, right side. Williams jumping through. Just knifes his way, picks up a first down. Right side up the middle run. 1st-10 now for Los Angeles. Both Corum and Williams getting action. In the game rushing yards. For all to be said about Kenneth Walker, Rams with 63 yards on the ground. Seahawks with 36. Stafford 6 of 11 for 104 yards. Under center is Stafford. 2 receivers left after the in motion. 1 receiver right. Running back in the backfield. Play clock winding down. It was Corum in the backfield there. Everybody's coming out. First time out by the Rams. First time out by either team of the first half. 3:23 on the clock. Rams with it from the Seahawks 11-yard line. 1st-10. Gotta get some water. Always have to be hydrated in a game like this. Championship weekend marathon. Doubleheader here on New England Sports Time. Both the Patriots win over Denver and also this game. 3rd ever stream here on the channel. 1st ever doubleheader. Stafford under center from the 11-yard line of Seattle. Nakua motions left to right. Extra man on the offensive line. Another right side run. Gain of about a yard or 2. Not going a lot of places there. Seahawks stuff the run. Corum on the carry. Corum's long of 19. Williams is long. Today is 11. Blake Corum in the regular season. Corum was a 4-star recruit going into college. He gained 2 there. 5.1 yards per carry during the regular season. This year, bunched formation, signaling a run. Man in motion is Nakua. Now he's out wide right. Only receiver out wide for the Rams. Play clock winding down. It hits the 2-minute warning. Bit of movement at the line of scrimmage. Game clock's at 2. Stafford getting hydrated. Rams with 2 timeouts. Seahawks with 3. And that is the 2-minute warning. Blake Corum this season, 6 rushing touchdowns. Had none last year. He's really made that step up from last year to this year. Yeah, I think the Patriots would be better off. Patriots would be better off facing the Rams. There's not as much of a difference for them as with Denver and Buffalo. 10-6. Top 5 teams in the NFL the last time 10 years, like team success, just like overall, or like individual teams. I'm guessing you mean teams overall. Ooh, that's a good question. Chiefs have to be number one. Just yeah, organizations absolutely Kansas City. I'm gonna go with a hot take and say Philadelphia. The Eagles. They won two Super Bowls since 2017. I found this crazy stat that the only Super Bowl since 20 you know what's nuts? Since Super Bowl 51, only one Super Bowl hasn't had either the Eagles, the Patriots, or the Chiefs in it. Only one, when the Rams played the Bengals. It's crazy to think about. And that streak now continues. The Patriots, yeah, Patriots. Wait a minute. Last 10 years. Oh no, wait. Ooh, this is kind of hard. Oh no, Patriots over the Eagles then. I've been thinking last 5. No, last 10 definitely. Yeah, Patriots and Chiefs are the top 2. Eagles third. Shotgun formation from just inside the 10. They need the one. 2 receivers left. One right. Shotgun for Stafford. Running back to his right. Single high safety in the secondary. Stafford throws it to the flat. He's got a wide open man. Kyron Williams, left side, touchdown Rams. Los Angeles leads it 12-10 with 1:55 to go in the first half. Kyron Williams all alone. Nakua and his co-receiver both cut to the right side on deep routes. Everybody commits for Seattle. Leaves Williams wide open in the flat on the left side for the touchdown. 12-10 with the extra point coming. The Seahawks defense worse than expected. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't feel there's a huge difference in whether the Patriots play Seattle or Los Angeles. I think it would be better to play LA. It would, based on how Seattle's playing, but both teams are good. Legitimately. Both squads are really, really solid. These are good football teams. Trying to make the Super Bowl, so it just doesn't have as much of a difference as like it's been a good game so far. It's not as much of a difference as when the Patriots could either face off against the Broncos or the Bills. I was very adamant that they would rather face the Broncos. Even if they had Bo Nix, I still thought they would have won the game. They still would have won. Even if the Broncos had Bo Nix, because Stidham played fine. Patriots forced fumbles, and it came down to the weather elements at the end of the game, which neither team could score. Patriots just picked up that clutch play action at the end of the game. What a clutch play for Drake May. Came through in the clutch. Up big in the moments that matter. So, again, Sunday, February 8th, 6:30. Super Bowl Sunday. The Patriots take on the winner of this game here in the NFC Championship between Seattle and Los Angeles, the Rams. Rams right now on top, 13-10. Matthew Stafford, 7 of 12, 113 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Quarterback rating of 117.7. This game has already outscored the Patriots Broncos game easily. Already outscored it by 6 points. the combined teams. We're just past the 2-minute warning. It was a really good route concept for the Rams. Tight end motions over, then the receivers motion over, and there's essentially a legal pick that's sent because he just happens to be cutting from left to right. So then Stafford, with nobody coming down to deal with Williams, can just easily throw it to the flat. Kick his knee in the end zone, touchback. Seahawks will have it from their own 35-yard line. Sam Darnold, 8 of 12, 130 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. The rushing touchdown for Kenneth Walker. Seattle will receive the second half kickoff. Trips formation left with the receivers bunched. Walker to his left in shotgun. Darnold, handoff right side. Walker trying to get around everybody, runs into his own lineman, and then is run out of bounds. Gronk be anywhere but home. True. Gronk does everything. He really does. Second down now for Seattle. 1:49 to go in the second quarter. 1 yard gain there by Walker. Shotgun. Two receivers left, one to the right. Running back to Darnold's left. Now Smith and Jigba motions into the backfield. Only one receiver on the left side. Darnold steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, tip ball intended for Kupp, the former Ram superstar, knocked away by Durant in coverage. Kobe Durant, cornerback for the Rams. 30 combined tackles this season in the regular season. He has 2 tonight. And with that pass breakup, 3rd and 9, one receiver right, 2 to the left. Now man motions out right is Holani. Now he's on the offensive line, a bit of a block, throw to Holani. Miscommunication, turned around a bit late. Kobe Durant should be a basketball player. Well, Kevin Durant, it's another KD. Another KD player. 4th and 9, Darnold just threw it too much to the right of Holani. Now kicked off. Flag is down, received inside the 20. Exactly. Holding is going to go. Not scared for Patriots. Yeah, exactly. I was really nervous. Rams honestly might be a bit more scary. I'll stand by that. Patriots or the Rams just got gassed on that first drive. Just got destroyed on the first drive. That's about it. But either team, it doesn't make as big of a difference for the Patriots who they play. Both teams are good. Patriots would be fine against both of them. They could get it done. I think the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's destiny. It really is. Drake May, what they're doing, they're so clutch situationally. Matt Stafford is good, but I just don't trust Sam Darnold to go into a situational football game like that. 13-10, Rams on top of the Seahawks. Much more high-scoring game than the AFC Championship was already. 13-10. Seahawks drove down the field. Big play to Shaheed. Walker ran it in from 2 yards out. Then Mevis kicked a 44-yard field goal. Myers kicked a 27-yarder, made it 10-3. Then it was 10-6. Now 13-10, Rams on top. They have it from their own 28-yard line with 1:33 to go in the first quarter. Top 3 running backs in the NFL. Good question. Ooh. Fantasy is different than real life. You could say CMC. You could say him. I don't know. I just doubt that. I think Bijan Robinson. Honestly. I think you have to give Bijan the number 1 nod. Yeah, I think it's Bijan number 1. Yeah, probably CMC 2. Bijan's better than CMC though, I think. Hot take. CMC is just good fantasy-wise. He's been stuffed in the running game. His passes are an extension of the running game, but the running game itself, so. Bijan can catch 2. 2 receivers right. 1 left tight end on the left side. Handoff up the middle. Saquon, after this year, I don't know. He really cooled down. He only averaged 4.1 yards per carry this year as opposed to 5.8 last year. Second and 5, 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun, running back to his left. Out route, tight coverage, incomplete. Knocked away. Intended for Nakua. And that's that same corner knocking it away. Emanwari. Nick Emanwari for Seattle. 3rd and 5. Madden curse is too real. It's true. Hope Drake May doesn't get put on the Madden cover. He could. You never know. Hopefully not. Will be first round exits if he is. I don't want to jinx anything like that, though. 3rd and 5. 2 receivers out left. 2 to the right. Shotgun for Stafford. Running back to his right. As a blocker, Stafford throws it deep down the left sideline. Tip ball. Incomplete. Trying to find Nakua on a go route. Puka Nakua becomes Madden cover. Yeah. True. That is true. Tariq Woolen in coverage. Career Seahawks since 2022. Played with the same team his entire career. Woolen has. 4th and 5. Rams have it from their own 33-yard line. Stafford 7 of 13. 113 yards, 1 touchdown. No picks. Winner advances to Super Bowl 60 to take on the Patriots in Santa Clara. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right on 3rd and 5. Stafford out route again, and this one is incomplete again. Who else but Emanwari in coverage? Same route, same result, same defensive play. 4th and 5. Rams forced a punt from their own 33. Well, Stafford here with a running back going out. He's trying to find something. Kind of fit it to him, but could not with the tight coverage. 4th and 5 now, punt for Ethan Evans, the Rams punter. Evans punts it off to about the 25. Bit of chaos. Pop forward to Shaheed, but he fair catches it. Shaheed, the speed threat. NFC Championship game, 13-10. Rams on top of the Seahawks. Seattle will have it from their own 26. Darnold, 8 of 12, 130 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked once. Walker, 9 carries, 37 yards for him. 1 touchdown. Just a long of 8. Hasn't really been explosive, but consistent running game for Seattle. Looking at these teams' seasons, Seahawks and Rams, Seattle started out their season with a loss, and they got a couple wins, though. A decent start to the year, and they kept on going. Still really strong defense, consistent team throughout. Rams, you look at them, won a couple big games, lost to Philadelphia, but they've always been in it. And this explosive offense that they have, the best in the league. Seattle's offense also showing some firepower, though. There really are pros and cons. If you're the Patriots to facing either team, there's some good, there's some bad. See each side. I do think that the arguments for wanting to face the Seahawks outweigh wanting to face the Rams. At the end of the day, you would rather face Sam Darnold than Matthew Stafford. But I don't think there's a big difference. There really is not a big difference, and you could call it either way, whereas with the Bills and the Broncos, it was obvious. Even if Bo Nix was playing, the Patriots would have won. They would have won that game anyway. In the conditions, they would have came up big. They did against Stidham. They're in the Super Bowl. Rams on top, 13-10. Seahawks will have it from their own 26-yard line. Commercial right now for the World Cup this summer, 2026. I'll be calling some of those games here on New England Sports Time. Also, hopefully be going to one of those games in person. Make some reports from there at Gillette Stadium, Haiti, Scotland. Hopefully, with the lottery and everything. Both these teams a bunch of Pro Bowlers. Seattle with 3 timeouts remaining with 54 seconds to go in the first half. Rams with 1. Seahawks offense, first 2 drives, 19 plays, 137 yards, 10 points. Haven't scored since 1st and 10 from their own 26, 2 receivers bunched on each side. They love that formation. Running back to the left is Holani. Throw right side at about the sticks, caught by Smith and Jigba. He has glue hands on the sideline. Smith and Jigba makes the catch. Unreal grab by him. In tight coverage, too, from Darius Williams. Trying to swat it away. He pulls it in for 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Running back to his right, Darnold and shotgun. Darnold, deep pass over the middle. Just ahead of the 50-yard line, broken up, intended for Kupp. Cooper Kupp. The intended target pass broken up there by the Rams. Darnold, 9 of 14, 140 yards. When he's hit his receivers, they've gone for big gains. Shotgun from his own 36. 1 receiver left. 3 to the right. Man motions his Kupp right to the left. Darnold steps up in the pocket. He's going down the middle of the field. Big hit, and then Smith and Jigba caught it. How did he hold on to that one? Jackson Smith and Jigba got absolutely popped in the middle of the field. Holds on, glue hands from him. Big post route. Weaves left, right, middle of the field. Took a big shot and hauled it in. Somehow, some way, Cameron Curl on the hit. Smith and Jigba can do it all. Made a one-handed catch earlier in this game. Huge play there. 7 targets, 6 catches. 102 yards receiving for him. He's been the X factor in this game. Three receivers bunched to left, trips formation, none on the right. Now Smith and Jigba motions right. Darnold in shotgun. Holani to his right. Throw, check down, finds Holani inside the 15, makes a man miss inside the 10, just inside the numbers. 2 timeouts for Seattle. 1st and 10 now for the Seahawks. Or 1st and goal, rather, from the 9-yard line. They take their 2nd timeout. Sam Darnold, 10 of 15, 182 yards. Passer rating 108.2. He's been explosive in his passes. Already way trounced his passing totals. In terms of yardage in the game last week, only had 124 yards. That was the Kenneth Walker show. But the January 3rd game against the 49ers, they won 13-3. He only had 198 yards in that one. Has 195 tonight. 2 receivers left for Seattle. Holani motions out of the backfield. Now he cuts back in. Shotgun for Darnold. Darnold takes the snap. Flag flies. Pre-snap penalty. And a whistle blows. The play stops. False start against the Seahawks. In what's been a back and forth game, Seattle took the lead first. Led until the Rams made it a 13-10 game. Seahawks looking to retake the lead here in the late first half. 1st and goal. Now from the Los Angeles 14. Shaheed motions right to left. Defender follows him. Could be man coverage. Holani to Darnold's left. Darnold throws. End zone! And Smith and Jigba past the back of the end zone. Still got to it. Hauled it in, but was through the back, out of bounds. Incomplete. That's unbelievable, though, from Jackson Smith and Jigba. Even though it doesn't count for anything, just the fact that he can get over there to make that catch on a high ball is unreal. It's been insane catches he's making tonight. 2nd and goal from the Los Angeles 14. Seattle trying to retake the lead. Smith and Jigba motions into the backfield. Holani to Darnold's right. 2 receivers left in shotgun. Darnold floating one to the end zone. Wide open. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Left side in the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks. They retake the lead with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Dance from Njigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to go on a wheel route here. Out of the backfield. Darnold takes the hit at the end of the play. Some zone coverage. Gets beyond Quentin Lake, who's supposed to be assigned to that quadrant of the end zone. Wheel route out left. Touchdown, Seattle. 17-13 with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sam Darnold floating it. And who else? Wide open, Jackson Smith and Jigba for the touchdown. This has been such a longer first half also than the Patriots-Broncos half. Pats-Broncos ended very quickly in that game. Ended really right out of the gate. Felt like it was a little over an hour. Something of that nature. But it has been awfully back and forth in this one. Hot takes are the best. Kobe Durant should be a basketball player. I think Saquon still is a crazy hot take, though. Returned out of the end zone. to about the 28, 29. Saquon Barkley, he's still a good running back. He still is fundamentally good. He's going to get more. I think he's going to have a better season next year. That's my hot take. Saquon, resurgence, not as much of a resurgence, but he will be better. Giants are making the playoffs. Mark my word, the New York Giants are making the playoffs. I don't know about Super Bowl, but they are probably going to make like the divisional round. They remind me a lot of the Patriots from last year. A lot. Dart's going to be insane. One receiver right, two to the left from their own 29. Stafford finds his check down, his tight end across the 40. The Rams zone 40. 8 seconds now on the clock. Tyler Higbee, the veteran Rams tight end, with the reception. But Jackson Dart is going to be a superstar next year. He's going to lead that team to the NFL. He has the winning gene. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he has the winning gene, but he definitely is going to be good. Not as good as Drake May, but he is a similar kind of player that is a good player on a bad team. And then once that team takes the next step, they're going to have John Harbaugh. They're going to be good. Similar to the Patriots with Mike Vrabel. Also, New York's going to make some pretty good draft moves. My prediction. 17-13, 8 seconds to go in the first half. Rams versus the Seahawks. Rams with it from their own 41. Shotgun formation and timeout called on the field by the Seahawks. Their final timeout. Neither team with a timeout remaining. Mike McDonald calls it. This game was 10-3 Seahawks at the end of the first quarter. Now 17-13. And what's wild, already this game is way more high scoring than the Patriots Denver game in the AFC Championship. Also, this game at Lumen Field, the conditions way different. Nice weather. Indoor stadium. It's just a different thing. In a lot of ways, Patriots have gotten so good at playing in the elements. From their own 41 shotgun, trips right, one left. Formation. Stafford's looking to gear and air it all out. He's got to run now, and he slides. Oh, the ball comes out. He lost the football at the end of the play. This is returned by the Seahawks. Brought back. Referees are waving it off. And that's half, but that could have been taken to the house. If he wasn't down, could have been Josh Allen in the divisional round 2.0, but it is not. Seahawks scored on 3 of their 5 drives. Rams had a 12-play, 87-yard touchdown drive in the second quarter. High scoring affair as expected. Sean McVay ripping apart the Bills all day. It is, though, if Stafford had fumbled. That is what it is. What it would have been. I feel bad for him. His Buffalo team, I thought this was going to be their year. I thought they probably would have beaten the Patriots if... Well, my thoughts in the regular season were Patriots weren't going to beat the Bills 3 times. They were going to win 2 out of 3, no matter what. At the very most. So, they were going to win 1. If the Patriots had won 2 games in the regular season against the Bills, they would have lost in the playoffs. But since they lost 1 in the regular season, I thought they would have won in the playoffs. Just the kind of averages and the way teams learn about each other. It's kind of like the Bills and the Chiefs. 1 wins in the regular season, 1 wins in the playoffs. NFC Championship game at halftime, 17-13. Seahawks on top of the Rams. Sam Darnold, 12 of 18, 209 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback rating 124.5. For him, Darnold already bested his Week 18 performance in terms of yards against the 49ers. Excellent quarterback rating, his best quarterback rating since November 2nd when he had a quarterback rating of 141.0 against the Commanders. He also had a 154.2 QBR quarterback rating or passer rating. QBR is different against the Saints. Sam Darnold's had some flashes. He's also struggled at times. He has been inconsistent. In the game against the Rams on November 16th, he really struggled. 45.5 quarterback rating. Not the best. 4 picks. Barely lost that game. Seahawks and Rams at halftime. Here in the NFC Conference Championship game. New England Sports Time doubleheader. Both for the AFC and NFC championships. With first May taking on Stidham, a former Patriots quarterback, backup quarterback for Tom Brady. Had some spot action here and there. Playing his first game in over 2 years. Just came up short in a low-scoring affair. This game could go either way. I predicted I think the Rams are still going to win this game. I predicted the Rams were going to win. Going into this one, I still think they will. There's something about them that's a little bit ahead. Well, Josh Allen, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I think it's a maybe. That is a good question. I think it's like, I think there's a better chance he wins a Super Bowl than he doesn't. He's going to win one eventually. He's going to win one. Lamar Jackson's never winning a Super Bowl. I don't know why, but he just doesn't perform in the playoffs. No matter how good he is in the regular season, he just has fallen short in his career. Those MVP seasons, playoff results haven't been there. Lamar Jackson is a regular season quarterback. That's the truth. He is a good quarterback, but he's a great regular season quarterback, but he doesn't have that winning, something different that a guy like Mahomes or Jalen Hurts or heck, even Drake May has. Something about him. Not sure what it is. But Josh Allen, he has some. He's just made mistakes in big moments. I feel Josh Allen is going to win one. It's going to be in a couple years, though. Probably not next year. He's going to win one Super Bowl. Probably make one, win one. That's my prediction. He'll win one eventually. Maybe. Not 100% chance, but I do think he's going to win it. He will win the Super Bowl. Allen will. Looking at Drake May's stats. And 72% completion percentage in the regular season. That's nuts. And now in the Broncos and Texans and Chargers games, it wasn't as high, but you have to take into account you're going against playoff teams and he's still getting the wins. Patriots are getting it done. I believe the Rams are still going to win this game. Against the Seahawks, it's going to be tight. It's been a fun one here in the NFC Championship. After a tension-filled, low-scoring AFC bout. It's been a very different game. Would Lamar Jackson be a top 5? These are good questions. These are good questions. Ooh. He would be a good quarterback. And here's why. I think yes. Lamar Jackson, because he's such a good runner, is like basically like typecast into being he'd definitely be a top 10, 100%. Top 10 quarterback, even without being able to run the football. But you look at his 2024 season. He'd be top 5 quarterback because this is why. 60 like basically two he completes two-thirds of his passes, over 4,000 a little under 4,200 yards passing, 119.6 passer rating, 41 passing touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Tell me that's not a top 5 passer. Now, the running is a big part of his game, but he would still be a top 5 quarterback even without being able to run the ball. He wouldn't be as good of a quarterback, of course, but also 2019, he'd probably be like at the lower 5, but he'd still be there. Maybe 6, I don't know, something of that nature, but I think he's a top 5 quarterback anyway. He just struggles with injuries. 2019 also, 36 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. Passer rating of 113.3. It's insane. 2 MVPs, greatly based on his passing stats as well as his running. This guy's not Justin Fields. He can pass the ball. I think Justin Fields is people what people who doubt Lamar Jackson or something of that nature believe he is. He's basically a player that can just run the ball, but they overlook how good he really is in terms of his passing. Anyone in New England, snow day tomorrow with the winter storms. It was wintry in Denver as well. Snow reports. It's looking like a lot. Around a foot or so. Ooh, Joe Burrow, is he still top 5? Ooh. All right, I think to do this, you need to think about who the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL are. Mahomes is going to go number 1. The question is, do you put Drake May or Josh Allen third? We're talking about right now, like this season. You have to put Drake May above Josh Allen. You have to. Hot take, again. But a player being able to win in the playoffs matters. It really matters. So you're going to put Mahomes 1, May 2, Allen 3, Jalen Hurts 4. Yeah, maybe you have to put Stafford at 5. Actually, wait up. Yeah, I forgot about Stafford. Hold up. If we're going just based on this season's performance, Hurts only threw 6 picks this year. He gets overhated. But yeah, actually, yeah. You have to put Stafford above Hurts, though. It's either, so you're going to just put, like, as just best players. Mahomes 1. Probably either May. I'm going to put May ahead of Stafford. Best stat line, you're going to go to Stafford, obviously, but most valuable, best player is May for second. May 2nd, Stafford 3. I don't think Burrow's top 5. Not right now, at least. Last year he was, but not this year. Then you have to throw Josh Allen in there. Something like that, and then it's close, but I don't see Burrow as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. And it's not because Burrow necessarily got all that much worse. Yes, he's injured, but it's not really because of that. It's just because quarterbacks have gotten better. Jameis Winston. He's my GOAT. He's the best. The 30-30 season, eating only W's. Jameis Winston is amazing. Greatest of all time. Oh, but he's legitimately a good backup though. Arm strength. Winston is kind of like a Mac Jones. He's a good backup, a very good backup. You you would love to have him as number 2 on your depth chart. 100%. Anyone would be lucky to have him as the backup guy. Just definitely. Also, Jackson Dart. Guy is making the playoffs next year. Jimmy Garoppolo. I used to think Garoppolo should have taken over for Brady. He probably should have. We would have been really good if we had him instead of Mac Jones. Garoppolo's a winner. Like that's the thing with him. When Jimmy Garoppolo can bring you to a Super Bowl, I don't know what to say. He's a winner. He's a winner, and winning football matters. He's a amazing backup. He's probably one of the best. What team's he on right now? Gotta check this. Jimmy Garoppolo. No. Maybe 10. Brock Purdy is he's a decent quarterback. Let's do the top 10 quarterbacks. I'll just throw in top 10 quarterbacks. It doesn't have to be the order. You're going to throw in Allen, May, Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Jordan Love, maybe. Purdy falls in the top 15. Yeah, Joe Burrow, yeah. Brock Purdy is a top 15 quarterback. He's not a top 10 quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He's a top half of the league quarterback who can win you games sometimes. He is a decent quarterback. And he's in a really good system under Kyle Shanahan. Jalen Hurts, he's fine. Actually, yeah, probably. I'm not sure why I'm overrating Jalen Hurts. Like this, yeah, Caleb Williams is better. Man, you throw at Hurts and you put in Williams. Either way you slice it, Brock Purdy is not a top 10 quarterback. Start of the second half, Eagles muff the ball, or Seahawks muff it. Not the Eagles. Another bird team. Touchback, awkward touchback though. Speaking of Jalen Hurts. Rams and Seahawks. Seahawks on top 17-13. Now they'll have it from their own 20 after they let it bounce into the end zone from the field of play, causing it to go for a touchback. The NFL rules. If it goes in the field of play, rolls to the end zone, then it's downed. Start from the 20, not the 35. One receiver on each side. Darnold under center. Delayed handoff. Up the middle. Walker gains 4. Right side run straight up the gut. Kenneth Walker on the run. Gets the Seahawks to their own 25-yard line. Sam Darnold in the first half, 12 of 18, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Quarterback rating of 124.5. He was sacked once. 2nd and 5 now for Seattle. Tight end motions right side. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Walker now motions out of the backfield out left. Darnold steps, throws over the middle inside the numbers. Who else but Jackson, Smith, and Jigba? Hauls it on the right side. The slot receiver he's lined up as. Gets past his own coverage. The linebacker gets behind him. It's a little slant route. It's a deep slant for Smith and Jigba. 115 yards receiving off 7 receptions and a touchdown on 9 targets, along of 42. Tight end motions left side. One receiver on each side. Darnold under center. Now another tight end motions. Fake the toss. Darnold looking. Trying to find somebody. Has to throw it away out of bounds. Off the right end. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Jackson Smith and Jigba is absolutely bonkers. He's made a catch where he's gotten nailed on a deep ball, a one-handed catch while going out of bounds, and a bunch of others. He's been all over the place. Shotgun 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Darnold. Running back to his left is Walker. Hand off. Darnold, a little bit of movement. Walker tries to take it on the right side. Flag flies. Could be offensive holding here with Walker on the outside run. When was Smith and Jigba drafted? Well, right now, the penalty. Waiting the call. 20th pick in the 2023 draft. Came from Ohio State. It is an offensive penalty against Seattle. 3rd and 12 now for the Seahawks. 3rd and 12. Shotgun for Darnold. 1 receiver right, 2 left. Running back Walker to his left. Or actually the other running back. Darnold steps up in the pocket. He goes down behind the 30. Gets swarmed. In the backfield, it was Holani in the backfield. Lined up as the runner to block. Darnold got overwhelmed by the bull rush coming from the Rams. And this is just like a 4 verticals concept, or 3 verticals concept with 1 sit route. Trying to find someone way downfield, could not. And he got sacked. 4th and 19. Michael Dixon punting. Down inside the 20-yard line, and the punt is muffed. The punt is muffed. Returner ended up on his back. Xavier Smith had to fall back for it. On his back to grab the ball. Came out of his hands. The Seahawks recover. Smith loses traction. Gets too much in front of it. Diving back to grab it. He missed it. Popped out of his hands. Seahawks football. Young got all the way down there to recover it. What a play by the gunner. Longest play game for the Seahawks. Dareke Young. 26-year-old career Seahawk. That will be game right there. Maybe Seahawks looking to pull away here from the Rams 17. Darnold, play action to Walker. Good block from Walker. Darnold under pressure, throws to the end zone, and it's brought down. Touchdown Seattle. Jake Bobo. Seattle leads by 2 possessions. They're up by 10. Jake Bobo left to right. Crossing across the end zone. He's lined up in the slot. He steps left. Cornerback got faked out. He stepped left, stepped right. Crossing right in the end zone for the touchdown. 23-13, kick is good. 24-13, Seattle leads. Held in by Bobo from 17 yards out. The muff punt by Smith set it all up. And the recovery by Dereke Young. Bobo in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. They lead it 24-13. Here in this one. 24-13. Darnold, his second touchdown pass of the game. 14 of 21, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Quarterback rating of 136.6. Kenneth Walker, he's done his job. Hasn't had to run it all that much. It's been the Jackson Smith and Jigba show. Walker, 11 carries, 40 yards. Not the highest average, but he does have a touchdown. Pass-heavy offense from Mike McDonald, the head coach. Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 127 yards, a touchdown, 42 of long. Rashid Shaheed also a 51-yarder way down the field. Thing with Shaheed is he is essentially just a walking big play threat exclusively. Doesn't catch all that many passes, but when he gets one, it goes for a long distance. Played with the Saints earlier this year. Caught an 87-yard touchdown. Back with them. An 87-yard reception. Not sure if it was a touchdown or not. Was with the Saints since 2022 when he was drafted out of Weber State. Shaheed's longest reception of the season. That long 51-yard reception from Darnold. NFC Championship here on New England Sports Time, 24-13. Seahawks on top of the Rams, Los Angeles with it. They will about to be after the punt or the kickoff by Seattle. Return from about the 4, taken back. Trying to cut left, tackled at about the 25-yard line. Swarm of Seahawks get over there. And I'll be right back in 1 second. Stafford going down the field, play action. Finds a man all the way down the field for a big completion for the Rams. Sorry about the quick interruption. Finds Parkinson across the middle of the field off the play action outright. Found Parkinson tightly guarded. Makes the catch right over his defender. Some pushing and shoving. Also, apart from the play, 1st and 10 now for the Rams inside Seattle territory. They have it from the Seahawks 35-yard line. Run up the middle. Straight up the gut for LA. After the big play. For Los Angeles, Colby Parkinson, his second reception of the game. Floater by Stafford. Brought down by Parkinson. Makes the catch. Josh Jobe in coverage. 27-year-old from Miami, Florida. 2nd and 6 from the 32. Stafford floating one-on-one coverage right sideline. Davante Adams inside the 5. Stafford gears up to Adams. First and goal Rams. One-on-one coverage. That's Job again. Single coverage, and with the safety, single high safety forced over to the left. Love to patrol the middle of the field. Adams gets beyond Job for his second reception of the night. 2 receptions, 52 yards. Extra men on the offensive line. Second and goal from the 2. Stafford pumps, steps back, throws to the end zone. He has Adams. Left part of the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Davante Adams brings it down for the touchdown. Back to a one-score game, 24-19. Adams, it's a layered concept. One-on-one coverage, out route. Working on his defender, Reek Woolen. And a smart play design by Sean McVay. Extra point coming on. Rams not going for 2, not trying to make it prematurely a 3-point game with the way this has been such a high-scoring affair. Davante Adams, guarded by Woolen, covered. He gets apart from him, finds separation, finds the end zone. Rams touchdown. They trail by 4, 24-20. Seahawks lead. Definitely. Adams and Stafford, that's a deadly combination. This is why, though, I would rather face off against the Seahawks. Because when you look at Seattle, okay, they have Rashid Shaheed. He's a big play threat. You got to admit it. Shaheed's a big play threat. But here's the thing. Jackson Smith and Jigba are the only guy. If you can defend him and Kenneth Walker, you're set. Seahawks, they're good, but they just have Smith in. This game has been super back and forth. It's been a tight battle between the two sides. Seahawks and the Rams. The thing with Seattle is Patriots have already faced off against a team that I'm not comparing the Seahawks to the Falcons, but Patriots in their game against Atlanta, they won a close one. Drake London went off, and the Patriots still won. The Patriots can still win games even against superstar receivers. Something about the Seahawks, I just can't see Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl. I'm not sure why. He's been incredible this year, but the Seahawks winning gives the Patriots a better chance to win, even though they're up 24-20. Seattle on top of Los Angeles. Scoring drive, 4 plays, 75 yards, 2:21 on the clock. Kicked off by the Rams. Exactly, too good to be true. And that's why I think it is. Now, not to discredit him at all, he's been amazing this year. Sam Darnold has really come into his own this season, but that doesn't mean I think he's going to people to win the Super Bowl. Just when you have that gut feeling about something, the Rams they just scare me in a different kind of way. First and 10 for Seattle from their own 35 after the touchback. Darnold under center, one receiver on each side, tight end line up on the right. Handoff up the middle. Trying to churn the tacklers. Holani on the game. George Holani on that run. His third carry. He has 3 yards between the three. QB comparison, been similar. Very similar quarterback ratings. Stafford 135.4. Darnold 136.6. Under center is Darnold. Tight end motions right side. One receiver on each side. Walker now in the backfield. Receiver motions right, setting up for some blocking. Walker trying to dance around defenders. Tackled for a loss of a couple. Rams got penetration back there to get the tackle for a loss. Didn't work out all that well for Seattle on that carry. Darnold 14 of 21. Kenneth Walker 12 rushes, 38 yards, 1 touchdown for him. On the ground, trip formation, bunch left. Walker in the backfield, play action. Darnold in shotgun, left side caught. Cup spinning to the inside, right at the number line. First down to about the Seahawks 48. Picks up the first, which has been a total offensive game. Pass a little bit behind. Darnold still on time, though. Cub sees his own coverage. Finds the open spot in the zones. Away from them, first and 10 now. 15 and 22, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns for Darnold. From their own 48, Seattle. One receiver left. Now he motions all the way right. Shaheed, a handoff. Walker. Little penetration. Stutter step. Runs straight ahead. Picks up the first down. Kenneth Walker picks it up. First down for the Seahawks. And Walker pushing through Lake. This has been a really good game. Really complimentary after the Patriots-Broncos game, where it was all defense, a lot of missed field goals. Just a different kind of game. It's a high-tension playoff game. If you have a stake in the game, it's really entertaining, but if you don't, not as easy to watch. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Darnold, empty backfield, finds his tight end coming across. That's actually Holani, a running back coming out, lined up as a tight end. Left to right for 9 yards. Pickup of 9 for Seattle. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Seahawks on top 24-20. Sam Darnold 16 of 23, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. Each team with all timeouts. In the 31 of Los Angeles. Seattle has it from the LA 32. Darnold, wide receiver screen. Left side, Smith and Jigba. Who else? Down to the 20. Smith and Jigba slashing through. Another big gainer for him. Cooper Kupp blocking to set up the wide receiver screen, the bubble screen. How many yards does he have? Answer is a lot. Jackson Smith and Jigba looking at his stats. 139 receiving yards on 9 receptions. He's been targeted 11 times, so he's very efficient too. Long of 42. Extra man in the backfield as a fullback. Darnold, fake the give to Walker, rolls left, throws, finds his tight end inside the 15-yard line, diving forward down to the 13. Not even 3 quarters. Not even 2/3 through the third quarter. We have 5:15. That's Barner with the catch. 5:15 to go in the third. About 5 minutes now. Still in the third. It's already 24-20. It's been a high-flying game as predicted by many. Darnold on this drive, 4 of 4, 40 yards. In a battle of offense and defense, offenses taking the cake in this game. Left side, wide receiver screen pass, incomplete. Darius Williams crashing in, intended for Jake Bobo, dropped it. Pass was a little bit errant off in front of him. An incompletion, 3rd and 3 for Seattle now. Darnold, 18 of 26, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns. Third and 3. 3 receivers right. Bunch formation. Walker motions out of the backfield, now cuts back. No receivers left. Walker was left in shotgun. Darnold under pressure, throws, slant, caught to the end zone. Touchdown, right to left. Cooper Kupp, the former Ram. 30-20 Seattle. 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Seahawks get another one. Third touchdown pass of the game for Sam Darnold. Kupp cuts to the inside of the zone coverage. Nobody's covering him at the tip of his route. After he makes the full slant over the middle, he gets the touchdown. 30-20 Seattle, extra point coming on from Myers. Myers is good. Right down the middle, 31-20. The fireworks continue at Lumen Field. Sam Darnold, another touchdown pass. Seahawks score yet again in an offensive shootout. Absolute showcase. In the NFC Championship game. This game, Sam Darnold, he's part of a good system with Mike McDonald. He's in a really good system, and he did have some raw potential. There's a reason why Darnold was drafted so high. He ranks first in explosive pass rate. This was on October 13, 2025. He ranked first in explosive pass rate. Also, second in success rate, third in passer rating, and third in ESPN's QBR. So there's a reason why he was drafted high at the beginning of his career by the Jets. Now, New York Jets, convinced they're cursed in some way. It is. I really feel for that franchise. I don't know what is going on, what has happened with them, but Sam Darnold, last year when he was on the Vikings, threw 35 touchdowns, passer rating in the regular season of over 100, 102.5, 35 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions. This year, counting stats are actually a little bit lower. Higher completion percentage, though. This is the highest completion percentage he's ever had this season. People thought Jets would be in the playoffs when Rodgers went. That's true, but yeah, that is interesting. Definitely a lot of people did think that. I didn't think so. I thought they were going to be better, but better doesn't mean good. It just means better. And that's the truth. Like, the Jets, I didn't think they were going to be that terrible, but by no means are they a top flight team. Yeah, there was so exactly better didn't mean much, and they didn't even turn out to be better. Near Aaron Rodgers, they weren't even. Just crazy. I mean, 2023-24, they went 7-10. I guess that's better, but it's not a playoff team. That's just having a worse draft pick. Now, again, roster development is important, but this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. Yeah, the Browns, there was some hope with Baker Mayfield. Now he's found a home with the Buccaneers. Kickoff from Seattle. Returned and now brought back behind the 25-yard line. Flag is down. Now, Browns a very similar case. Cleveland looked good for a second with Mayfield. Yeah, the Nick Chubb era. Nick Chubb in his heyday was a beast. He's still a solid running back, but when he was running all over everybody, averaging 5.5 yards per carry, him and Baker Mayfield torching it up, making playoff appearances. They won a playoff game in 2020 against the Seahawks. Referees are right now converging with one another, deciding what to do about the penalty. It's an illegal block in the back against the Rams. Derrick Henry prime. This season, Derrick Henry did go off. Henry, that prime Derrick Henry levels, his best season, we had one of his best seasons, probably his best season last year. This year also, though, 5.2 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns, 600 and change yards. A little under. 1st and 10 now, Rams have it. First penalty of the game for them from their own 13, Stafford. Deep shot, left side, busting coverage. Caught by Adams, corner out. Defender fell, and Stafford fits it to Adams. Guarded a man-on-man coverage here, and then the defender tries to make a diving play at it. Missed it. Devon Witherspoon in coverage. Rams with it all the way at their own 48 now. Stafford, right side, flat, caught. Parkinson holds on. Won't gain much, though. Flag is down. Levante Adams, he's going to cut to the inside and then make a corner route. Beautifully thrown ball by Stafford. Tackled out of bounds is Adams by Love. Another flag now. Both these games today have not featured a lot of penalties. And this is against the Seahawks. There were barely any penalties. This is defensive holding. Puka Nacua was being held by Rick Woolen. But in that game, barely any penalties. Not a lot in this game either. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now from the 47-yard line of Seattle, handoff straight up the middle. Gain of a couple inside the 45. That's Williams. Kyron Williams on the carry. Williams now 2nd down at the Seattle 42. For Los Angeles, 8 carries, 36 yards for him. Blake Corum, 8 carries, 44 yards. And Ram walking off Whittington from the 42-yard line, Seattle. Play action. Stafford, flag flies, throws it to the left flat. Pass is caught. Williams spins off a defender. Brought down right after that. Kyron Williams tackled quickly, and penalties starting to pile up here on this drive. This time it's against the Seahawks. Seahawks starting to get penalized quite a bit. Illegal hands to the face. Oh, wait a minute. That's close. Oh no, this goes against the Rams, excuse me. It was a tight play, and yes, did look like it went against the Rams, and it does. They get pushed back 5, 2 receivers right. Seidan motions to the outside. Adams to the left. Running back behind Stafford under center. Handoff, big hole for a second, gets across midfield to the Seahawks 49. Kyron Williams on the run, tackled briefly after that little gain. Tackled quickly by Seattle. Now 3rd and 12 for the Rams. 3rd and 12. 2:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Stafford and shotgun. He's 0 for 3 on 3rd down passing. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Stafford steps up, throws it downfield, right side. Almost picked. Tight coverage intended for Nacua on a corner route. Incomplete. 4th and 12. 2:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rick Woolen in coverage. Man on man here with Woolen And Nakua and Woolen almost pulls it down in front of Nakua. Nakua has to play the role of the cornerback. The defender swats it away from his hands. 4th and 12 now. Seahawks trying to run away with it. Up by 2 possessions. 4th and 12 now for the Rams and Sean McVay. Referee making an announcement. There's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field. Wait a minute. There's a flag on the field, and it's against Tyreek Woolen. It's against Reek Woolen for unsportsmanlike conduct. Automatic first down for the Rams, and that's a killer. In a game like this, was talking to the official, talking to the sideline. Absolutely brutal for the Seahawks. He made the play, and now his team has cost a first down. Talking to some of the coaching staff, talking to Stafford. 5th penalty now. And a bunch on this drive. Play action from the Seattle 34. Stafford going for it all for Nakua. Left side to the end zone. One-on-one coverage. Touchdown at the pylon. Nakua brings it down. Touchdown Rams. Puka Nakua goes up. Reels it in with his body. What a catch. In the end zone. Just got his body down. Ball across the pylon. It's close, but he's clearly in. What a catch and a brutal decision by Woolen instead of the Rams punting and the Seahawks with a chance to make it a 3-possession game if they get a touchdown. The Rams get 6. Play action again. Another deep shot from Stafford. Nakua hauls it in inside the pylon and working on who else but Woolen. What a turn of events. Back and forth. Back and forth. Such an entertaining game it's been. The question is, did he bring it down fully? That's what it appeared on the field, but there is a scoring review, so it will go to a commercial break. It will go to a break, and then that will decide what happens here. For the Seahawks, Darnold's 19 of 27, 291 yards. We're not even at the end of the third quarter. 3 touchdowns. Quarterback rating of 142.7. It just keeps rising. Walker, 13 carries, 49 yards, long of 11. Smith and Jigba, 9 receptions, 139 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, long of 42. And Smith and Jigba has been such a difference maker in this game. He's been the Seattle receiving game, with the exception of a couple plays. Shaheed's big 51-yard catch, Jake Bobo with a 17-yard touchdown. Actually, when you think about it, Darnold's thrown to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers. Just the majority of those passes have gone to Smith and Jigba because he's been so effective. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, but Darnold has done a good job to really shift it around to everybody, keeping Smith and Jigba open. A lot of big plays in this game. Huge passes. The opposite, the real antithesis of the AFC Championship, where only points scored. The biggest pass of the game was one long reception by Marvin Mims on the second drive for Denver, leading to a 6-yard touchdown to Cortland Sutton. May ran in it from 6 yards out after the Patriots got it from the 12, getting points off turnovers, and then Andy Borregales hit a 23-yarder. That was the only points. No points in the fourth quarter. That field goal is the only second half points between the two sides. Ultra low scoring. With the snow began to fall, the way that snow started falling in that game. Scoring review complete. It is a touchdown. Puka Nacua brought it in for the score. Inside the pylon, he maintained possession. Harrison Mevis on for the extra point to make it a 31-27 game, and he drills it. Straight down the middle, a little right, though. Curves inside the post, but it's good. 31-27. Seahawks lead. Matthew Stafford versus man coverage. Next gen stats. He's 7 of 12, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. Seattle with a season high man rate. 56.5% man coverage rate. Stafford's been able to carve them up. Both quarterbacks have been able to carve their opponents up, though. With their deep balls. Winner advances to Super Bowl 60 to go to Santa Clara, take on the Patriots. Tariq Woolen talking on the sideline. Tariq Woolen, a taunting penalty on 4th down. Would have forced the Rams to punt. 87 yards on that drive. Los Angeles went. 2:06 to go in the third quarter. We're not even at the end of the third quarter. Already this much scoring. Returned out of the end zone. Tackle just ahead of the 25-yard line at about the 26. Shaheed on the return. Woolen talking with some other players, and especially because Woolen made the play to end the drive. But then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty cost him. Cost the Seahawks 7. But the Rams scoring the touchdown. 1st and 10. One part of that staple Seattle defense. Best scoring defense in the league. And around play off the right side. Rashid Shaheed. Speed threat takes it around the right edge. Doesn't gain much out of bounds. 1:45 on the clock in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 now. 31-27. Seahawks on top of the Rams. Both quarterbacks, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Similar quarterback ratings. Darnold, 19 of 27. 291 yards, 3 touchdowns. 142.7 rating. Stafford, 13-21. 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 145.3 quarterback rating. Shotgun force for Darnold. From their own 27. Running back to 2 running backs to the left of him. Darnold steps right under pressure. Has to throw it away out of bounds. To the right sideline. What's been a thriller in the NFC Championship. Both teams going at it. It's been a gladiator fight. 3rd and 10. Defensive lineman Johnson checks out for the Rams as they make some substitutions. Score by quarter. It was 10-3 in the first. Favor of the Seahawks. Rams scored 10 in the second. Seahawks scored 7 in the second. Both teams scored 14 here in the third. Shotgun, 5 wide formation for Darnold. Smith and Jigma motions right to left. Trying to see what kind of coverage they're doing. Looks like it could be his man coverage. Throw left side. He finds Walker on the left, diving for the first down. It's close. Right around the marker. Diving off the left edge. Get it, the Walker trying to pick it up. And that is awfully close. And it is a first down. Darnold, 20 of 29, 301 yards, 3 touchdowns. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. After the first down by Walker now. Backup running back Holani in the game. Shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Holani to his right. Darnold steps up. Check down pass to Holani, gets across the 40. Seattle's own 40-yard line. Play clock winding down, and that will end the third quarter, 31-27. Unbelievable game it's been. Here for the NFC Championship live between the Seattle Seahawks. Also did an AFC stream earlier. 31-27. Seahawks lead over the Rams after 3 quarters. In what's been a much longer game, higher scoring game. The complete opposite of the Patriots-Broncos game in the AFC Championship when the Pats beat Denver. Only one turnover. It's been a fumble, no interceptions for either quarterback, just offensive dominance. Yes, the New England Patriots are the first team in the NFL first team in the NFL history to beat top five three top five ranked defenses in the same postseason. Only the 98 Broncos have beaten 2. They joined the Broncos as the only 2 teams to beat both the number 1 and number 2 ranked defenses. If they face the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, would continue their beating of good defenses for sure. And this is what I don't get. When people say Patriots had a weak schedule. Yes, they did. I know. But they beat good teams. Very good teams. Everyone was freaking out about Houston. This defense. Patriots completely shut down CJ Stroud. That was not luck. Shutting down CJ Stroud was not luck. By any means. That was absolutely the Patriots shutting him down. And that's to their credit. Here in the NFC Championship game, Seahawks and Rams, 31-27. Each team scored 14 in the third quarter. It was 17-13 at half. Seahawks were on top. They're still on top by 4. Sam Darnold under center from the Seahawks' own 42. Tight end motions left side of the offensive line. One receiver on each side. Cup to the right. Walker to his left in shotgun. Darnold steps up, looking to run, and he does across midfield inside the 45-yard line down to about the 40 now of the Rams. Sam Darnold using his feet. Exactly. Should make a very interesting Super Bowl. Personally, I feel it would be more beneficial for the Patriots if the Seahawks won, but it's not a big difference. It's really not a big difference. Either these teams are very evenly matched. There's a reason why every game they've played has been a classic. Three receivers right, bunched in trips formation. Fake the handoff, and Darnold throws him. Gets absolutely thrown down all the way back at the 40. Kitchens got back to sack him. Defensive back blitz. Disastrous play for the Seahawks. Kitchens comes in uncontested, absolutely unguarded. Slides through the gap in the offensive line and gets home to Darnold. Loss of 9 yards. Huge play. The last time the Rams led was with 1:55 to go, or before 0:20 to go in the first half. Throw to Cup at the numbers. Left side caught There's kind of a sit route there by Cup. Intermediate gain for them, but Seattle took the lead. Seahawks have led the game for most of this one. They took the lead 17-13 in the second quarter with 20 seconds to go in that game, or in that half. Darnold on third down is 5 of 7, 95 yards. Shotgun for Darnold. One receiver on each side. Pre-snap movement. Looked like a ram came across early. And it is encroachment. Offsides. Neutral zone infraction against Verse. Jared Verse called for the penalty. From Dayton, Ohio. Second year in the league. Both years with the Rams. 3rd and 10 now for Seattle. From the Rams, 44 cut motions left to right. Extra men on the offensive line, 2 receivers each side, empty backfield. Darnold, good protection now. He has to get it out quick, intended for Shaheed. Knocked down. Pass, breakup. Incomplete, right side inside the numbers. At about the marker line of the first down. Shaheed tried to make this reception. Nearly got it. That's Kobe Durant yet again. Coming in from behind for the breakup. Seahawks forced a punt. Kyron Williams back deep to return. Williams back deep. Dixon punts it off. Michael Dixon punts it to the 11-yard line. Around the 11. Fire caught by Williams. Matthew Stafford's coming out next. From about his own 10. Trying to retake the lead in the fourth quarter of the NFC Championship. And what a game this has been. High scoring action. With Seattle on top of LA. 31-27. For the Rams, Puka Nacua, their leading receiver. 5 receptions. 109 yards. Long of 44. Devontae Adams, their second leading receiver. 4 receptions, 89 yards, a touchdown. And for the Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigba. What an absolutely incredible performance for him. Smith and Jigba's been all over the place, making plays left and right. 9 catches for 139 yards. 1 touchdown on 11 targets. Long of 42 for him. AFC news for the Patriots. Some more news. Robert Spillane suffered an ankle injury in the game. He was injured during the matchup. Pats will hope that he comes back healthy and able to return. Matthew Stafford, 13 of 21, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, an unreal passer rating of 145.3. 145.3. Darnold, 131.1 for him. It's gone down a little bit with some of the recent incompletions by him. Both these teams looking to send themselves to Santa Clara to face the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. 12:18 on the clock in the fourth quarter. First and 10. for the Rams from their own 10-yard line. Stafford under center. One receiver right is Nakua. Now he motions left. No defensive movement. Handoff left side. Blake Corum, former Michigan Wolverine, keeps on going. Picks up the first down. Blake Corum spun out a little bit in between the defenders. Picks up the first down. 1st and 10, Los Angeles. 11:55 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Left here in the NFC Championship. Packed house at Lumen Fields. Rams need the 30, have it from their own 20. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Under center, play action, throw. Drag route, caught. Left side, Cora made a man miss. Across the 35-yard line. Dinks and dunks, and Stafford finding his check down when he needs to. He's gone up for the deep pass quite a bit as well. But he is hitting the check down when necessary. Both teams with an even 20 first downs. Los Angeles 44 total plays. Seattle with 53. Stafford play action, rolls right. Looking, finds his check down again. It's Williams, makes a man miss, jukes him out right to the inside. Pushes through a tackle attempt at his legs and goes out of bounds. Another first down for the Rams. Offensive fireworks continue totally. Made a defender miss. Cut to the inside there. Devon Witherspoon was trying to make the tackle. Big hit on Stafford at the end of the play as well. 1st and 10 with 10:40 to go in the fourth. Injured Seahawk. Bad news for Seattle. That's Drake Thomas, linebacker for the team. In his 3rd year, this year he's had his most integral role. 3.5 sacks on the season. 1 interception, which he got in week 18. Stafford, another play action, rolls out right. Man, deep down the field, Woolen in coverage. Double coverage, deep shot for Stafford. Overthrows his man. And it's 2nd and 10. A cause and effect, it's been back and forth. Woolen's penalty gave the Rams a huge break. Led to their touchdown on the last drive from their own 49. Rush coming. Stafford looks, gears, throws. Finds a drag route across. Caught by Parkinson, the former Seahawk. Inside the 40. Colby Parkinson hauls it in right to left. Play action works yet again. Great block on the left side of the offensive line by the running back, Kyron Williams. These shallow crossing route concepts working out well for the Rams. So is the play action. Now from the Seattle 35. 3 receivers bunch left. Stafford. Shotgun with a running back to his right. That's Corum. Corum comes out. Check down pass for 2. Pass is caught. 2nd and 8 now. 9:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Seahawks on top of the Rams. 31-27 in the NFC Championship game. Stafford 311 yards passing. 17-26. 3 touchdowns. First half, 1 touchdown, 8 of 15. Second half, he's been on fire. 9 of 11, 186 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. 2nd and 8. From the 33, they need the 25. Stafford throws another short route. This one's hauled in by Corum just outside the numbers for about 6. Another check down from Stafford. This time he finds the Michigan alum. Finds his receiver Corum. Running back Corum. 3rd and 1. 8:30 to go in the fourth. 31-27, Seahawks on top. Under center. Extra linemen on the right side, including tight ends. One receiver left. Stafford. Play action. He throws, and it's caught by Parkinson. Or no, it was not. 4th and 1. Looked like for a second Parkinson had it. He was wide open, got behind the defense. He just dropped it. Right in his hands, it was tipped. Ever so slightly, potentially, if not even by Nwosu. Went right off the hands of Parkinson. And the Rams going forward on 4th and 1, and that would bite. That would be brutal if they don't get this. 2 receivers each side. Running back to his left. Stafford steps up in the pocket. He picks up the first down. Dives ahead and he gets it. Crisis averted, Los Angeles. First down, Rams. Under 8 minutes to go, and Stafford, quarterback, keeper. Kyron Williams' running back was also open on a check down. Opted to go for the quarterback keeper. DeMarcus Lawrence, the former Cowboy, almost got him. Another defender too, but Stafford pushed through for the first down. 1st and 10 now from the 23 of Seattle. Handoff, jump cut right. Stood up is Corum. Flag is down. Lost 2 on the play. Emmanuel on the tackle. But a flag should have something to do with this. Have some effect, and it does have something to do with this. Offsides against the Seahawks. These penalties. Linebacker Knight was offsides. And that's a killer. 1st and 5 now, so instead of a 2-yard loss, approximately, it's 1st and 5 for the Rams. 1st and 5 now from about the 18. 18 and a half. Need the 14 and a half. Play action. Stafford again. Fakes the throw left. Shovels it right to Nacua. Puka Nacua on the right side picks up a first down. Dances out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles. Nacua's had a huge game. I've talked about the impacts of Smith and Jigba for the Seahawks so much, but Puka Nacua. What a performance he has had, over 100 yards for him. 1st and 10 from the 12. Shotgun, 1 receiver right, 1 left. Stafford throws it slant over the middle, caught by Nacua. Puka Nacua hauls it in. And who else makes the catch? 5 receptions, 109 yards. Nacua from Las Vegas. Played for the Washington Huskies, also BYU. Selected in the 5th round of 2023. This year is real breakout year. Had a huge year in 2023 in his rookie year as well, but this year over 1,700 receiving yards. Had a little under 1,500 receiving yards back in 23. 2nd and 4 now for the Rams. 11 plays, 84 yards on this drive. 6:35 taken up on the clock. Stafford, handoff. Williams tries to cut left. He got chopped at the legs. Right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled immediately. Stafford 20 of 30, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns. 3rd and 4, 5:25 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Total yards this half. Rams 231. Seahawks 113. And I predicted before this game that the Rams would win, but it would be better for the Patriots to face the Seahawks. Devontae Adams lined up in single coverage at the top of the screen left side. Steps up in the pocket. Fake the throw. Throws it to the end zone. Coverage incomplete. Witherspoon right on it. Stafford tried to find Konata Mumpfield, his intended target. Mumpfield go for it. You gotta. You gotta go for it. 4th and 4 from the 5 or from the 6. Stafford faked that throw left and shotgun. Throws it to the end zone. Tight coverage. Incomplete. Witherspoon in coverage there. Rams stall out. They turn it over on downs. Witherspoon was all over it. Intended for Ferguson. Devon Witherspoon gets the stop for the Seahawks. 4:59 to go in the game. Seattle leads 31-27. Stafford 20 of 32, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns. Passer rating is dipped to 128.4. In comparison, Darnold, both their passer ratings are looking very strong still. Darnold's passer rating, his is still at 131, 22 of 32, 310 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions for him. It's been one heck of a day of football here on championship weekend. It's been a thrilling playoffs. Back in the wild card round, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 wild card matchups were decided by either 4 or 3 points. 4 out of the 6 total. Divisional round, 2 out of the 4 were decided by 3. Both those games went to overtime, with the Bills losing to the Broncos 33-30, and then Rams beating the Bears 20-17. And then here in the conference championships, Patriots beat Denver 10-7. In the AFC championship, now in the NFC championship, Seahawks on top of the Rams 31-27. In a tight battle. Seattle trying to hold on and send themselves to their first Super Bowl since back in Super Bowl 49, 11 years ago. Back in the days of Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom. We get another historic defense. This team they're going to run a fake blitz here. Seattle does. They drop back into zone coverage. And then it's man on man in the end zone. So you have zone with the linebackers. Witherspoon's all over Ferguson. Tight coverage, clean play, no unsportsmanlike conduct. This time from Seattle, they make the stop in a beautiful design and disguising their defense. 4:54 to go in the 4th. Winner advances to the Super Bowl. From their own 6, Darnold under center. Extra man on the left side of the line. Handoff up the middle is Walker trying to spin out of something. Gains 4 up the gut. Kenneth Walker on the run. 2nd and 6 now. 4:35 to go in the 4th. Seahawks on top of the Rams 31-27. Sam Darnold looking to reach his first Super Bowl of his career. Matthew Stafford looking to reach his 2nd. He's already won 1. Play action under center from Darnold. Steps, throws, left side to the left flat, caught by Walker. Traverses fields, goes to the inside, gets past the 20, past the 25 to the 26. Kenneth Walker, bell cow back, especially with the injury to Charbonnet. Traversing fields, makes a man miss and takes it Up to the 26, Byron Young was trying to make the tackle on that one. 1st and 10. 3:40 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Under center is Darnold. One receiver left is Shaheed. Now he motions to the right. Handoff. Walker up the middle, dives forward, gains a couple. It's maybe 3 there. 2nd down for Kenneth Walker. Sunday, February 8th, 6:30 Eastern Time on NBC. Streaming also on Peacock. Televised on NBC. I'll be covering that game as well here on the channel with the Patriots in the Super Bowl against the winner of these two teams. 31-27, Seattle. NBC does a great job with their coverage. CBS does a great job too, but there's something about NBC that's different. Just growing up, best football channel, I think they might be. I think it's either NBC or CBS. CBS has a special place in my heart just watching Patriots games. Tight end in the backfield, the Darnold's left. Running back to his right. Darnold throws deep on the right sideline. Tight ball intended for Shaheed on a quarter. Route incomplete. Holani was in the backfield. But I think NBC, you have to agree with me, there's nothing like when it's a Sunday night, your home team's on NBC, and you just hear that music, and you're like, oh, darn, I have school tomorrow. There's nothing like it. May have been a push there. Looks like he pushed Shaheed. The question is, was that a catchable ball? 3 receivers left, including the tight end. Holani lined up as a receiver on the right. Now cut motions right. Play clock winding down. 3:20 on the game clock. Timeout, Seattle, their first of the half. Each team now with 2 timeouts left. But I think NBC, there's something so special about that. And it's even better when you have a long weekend and you know that you're going to be able to stay up. Even if you are staying up, you know you don't have to worry about school, and it's like, I can watch NBC football. There really is something special about that. Okay, so just going to rank my favorite the best football channels quickly. NBC number 1. You're going to have CBS number 2. Number 3, it's either Fox or ESPN. I got to go Fox. Just because they cover the Super Bowl, and Super Bowl 51 was on Fox. Something about it. ESPN with Joe Buck is nice as well, though. ESPN's good. Prime Video is fine. It's okay. I think Prime will definitely grow on people. It's growing on me. Also, most people have Prime. Again, I don't know, but that's at least what it seems like. 31-27. Seahawks on top of the Rams. 3:20 to go in the NFC Championship. Seattle with their first timeout of the second half. 3rd and 7 from their own 28-yard line, looking to salt this one away and run out the clock or something of that nature. Or score another touchdown to make it a 2-possession game. Just looking to win this game and send Sam Darnold to his first Super Bowl ever. What a career Darnold has had. He's found a real home with the Seahawks. Started out with the Jets, struggled. Panthers also struggled. Got a little bit better at the tail end of his Panthers career in 2022. 49ers was a backup. Came in with the injury to J.J. McCarthy. Was the starting quarterback for most of the season for Minnesota. Then in Minnesota, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks, a playoff appearance. And this season, though with the winning, he's taken it to the next level. 31-27. Seahawks on top of the Rams. 3:20 to go in the game. Darnold 5 of 8 on third down for 95 yards. 3rd and 8 from their own 27. One receiver left to Shaheed, 2 receivers right. Running back to his left. Darnold throws. Drag route is caught by Kupp. He may have lost the football. It's either an incompletion or a fumble recovered by Durant. Or he may have been down. That's unbelievable. Cooper Kupp, he does secure with the ground. The ball comes out after he touches it. This is going to be tight. Very close. Either it's a Seahawks first down or Rams get it. Deep in Seattle territory. Down by 4. 31-27 Seattle on top. In the tight moments of the game. It's close. Challenge flagged by Sean McVay. Rams now 1 timeout remaining. Seahawks have 2. For the time being, it's a first down. That is for the time being. For the moment it is. It's going to be close. It looks like he has the first down by a couple inches. He just reaches the first down line. But that's if he's on the ground before he fumbles. It's either a catch or a fumble by Kupp, the former Ram. Has a touchdown in the game. And it is Seattle football. 2nd down now. After a run by Walker. Final timeout called by the Rams. They have no more timeouts. 3:05 on the clock to go. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. Seahawks up 31-27 in the NFC Championship. Sam Darnold, 24 of 35, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 10 after the no-gain run by Walker. Second and 10 for Darnold. Under center. Shaheed on the left side. Extra men on the left side on the line. 2 receivers now right. Play action from Darnold. He steps right. Looks around. Throws for a first down. Who else but Smith-Njigba? Hauls it in on the sideline. He lost it out of bounds. It doesn't matter. First down Seattle. Smith-Njigba. They tested him in man-on-man coverage. And the Rams got burned yet again. Quentin Lake in coverage. Smith-Njigba, 155 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Crazy numbers from him. 2:28 to go in the 4th. Darnold, 25 of 36. 346 passing yards, 3 touchdowns on the game. 2:28 left in the ball game after Smith-Njigba went out of bounds. Referees looking at something. Could be to see if it's a catch. Or no. The clock is back at 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's back at 3. Awfully interesting. First and 10 for Seattle from their own 49. Darnold, handoff up the gut. Walker into Rams territory. Just gains a couple. Straight up the middle to the Los Angeles 48. It's crazy. Sam Darnold. So what they did was they added time to the clock because Smith and Jigba went out of bounds. So they had to put time back on the clock. Rams have no more timeouts on their last legs in the game. 2nd and 7 for Darnold. Player lineup as a fullback in the game. Play action. He steps left. He's under pressure. Throws it. Flags out. Flags out. Intended for Smith and Jigba. Crossing right to left. Crossing route. McVay is looking to the field, and a penalty comes out. Cooper Kupp was held. Kupp was held on the play. That's a killer for the Rams. Apart from the play, penalty goes against Kobe Durant, who's been so impactful this game. Flag against him. 1st and 10 Seattle. And one more first down will do it. They're one first down away from the Super Bowl. From the 44 of Los Angeles. Handoff left side. Walker spins, pushes the pile. Kenneth Walker trying to pick it up. He'll just have a few more yards to go. 2-minute warning. In what would be a miracle Super Bowl, to have the New England Patriots take on Sam Darnold. Career renaissance. And the Seattle Seahawks looking like it could be a Patriots-Seahawks matchup. They matched up 11 years ago. This year for the Patriots, a new era. Ushered in by Drake May. But familiar foes on the road to the Super Bowl. And in it, 10 years ago, played the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. 9 years ago, they played Houston at home. They played in Denver also. In that AFC Championship game, they played the Chargers the last time they went to the playoffs. In the 2019 season. And now 11 years ago, back in Super Bowl 49. When Seattle had a great defense back then, they have a great defense now. Going up against a dominant Patriots team, but a team that had some adversity down the line in that season as well. They were a good team, but it wasn't always smooth sailing then. Super Bowl make Seattle a top 3 team of the century. I don't know about that. Because top three team of the century you'd have to really take in dominance. Maybe. Well, Seattle, that one Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, you have that one appearance. As you have 2 century. It's either Seattle or Philadelphia. If you're counting the whole century, because remember, Philly made it to the Super Bowl back in the 2010s, the early 2010s, lost to Tom Brady in that game. So you really have to take into account. I mean, two Super Bowl wins, but Philadelphia also has two. It's either one. I think it would be Seattle, though, because of the dominance they have with the strong defenses. They're looking to continue that dominance. 2nd and 4. Handoff from Darnold. Kenneth Walker, a little stutter step. Tackled, loss of 2. Loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. 3rd down now for the Seahawks. One more first down sends them to the Super Bowl. It's 3rd and 7 for Sam Darnold. For Sam Darnold in Seattle. 1:30 to go in the game. Rams have no more timeouts. Seahawks have 2 if they need them. For the Rams this season, regular season, Darnold, 2 touchdowns, 6 picks. Tonight, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Play clock winding down. Seattle has to take a timeout. They're going to try to draw up a special play on 3rd down here. Patriots went to play action on 3rd down to clinch it in their game against Denver. Will be interesting to see what Seattle goes with here. Sam Darnold, the deep ball. That's what he was drafted to do. He was a gunslinger in college. He's came into his own this season. 1 first down away from the Super Bowl. Just 7 yards. Stands in the way. Darnold, 25 of 35. Stafford watching on the sideline. What a game for Jackson Smith-Njigba. Over 150 receiving yards for him. Walker's to Darnold's left from the 40. From the 40 of Los Angeles. Smith-Njigba motions left to right. Fake handoff. Quarterback option, and Darnold is sacked. Sacked back in the backfield by Fisk. Fisk gets back there. 1 minute to go, and the Rams will have a chance to win it. Sacks him all the way behind the 45-yard line of the Rams. He gets all the way back there in what may be the tackle of the year for the LA Rams. Dixon punting. Play clock winding down. They punt. There's 30 seconds on the clock right now. 25. 24. It ends up at 25. Touchdown drive would guarantee an MVP for Stafford. Williams calls a fair catch. The George Hatless Trophy presentation will come up after this. If you're watching on television. Well, this is regular season only, yeah, exactly. 25 seconds left. Rams from inside their own 10. Matthew Stafford. Looking to make an MVP moment. They need to go 93 yards. Stafford in shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws it deep down the field. Middle of the field. And the pass is caught. The 29-yard line by Puka Nacua. He brought it down. The Rams need to go up quick. Has it about the 30. He's got to spike it, though. There's 10 seconds left in the game. Rams have no timeouts. Stafford guns it over the middle to Nacua. 2nd and 10 now. Smith-Njigba watching on the sideline on one knee. Nervously watching on in 10 seconds. Roaring crowd in Seattle. And here it goes. From their own 30, they need to go 70 yards for a touchdown. Whistle blown before the play. Whistle was blown before. Seattle's final timeout called with 10 seconds to go. Trying to map up a defensive scheme in the NFC Championship. Matthew Stafford looking for a miracle to send him to his second Super Bowl ever in his career. He won it the first time, but the odds are looking slim right now. Sam Darnold looking to go to his first ever. Two receivers left from their own 30, the Rams do. Running back to his right. Stafford gears, throws right side. The pass is caught ahead of the 50, but he didn't get out of bounds. Caught by Nakua. The clock runs out, and the Seahawks are headed to the Super Bowl. They're going to Santa Clara. Nakua tackled barely in bounds. Seattle wins it 31-27. Stafford threw it to the right side to Puka Nakua. Tackled just in bounds. His body falls just in play. It's awfully close. But his shin is down, and Nakua tackled on the last play of the Rams season. Witherspoon makes the tackle. Seattle advances to Super Bowl 60, their fourth Super Bowl appearance. In team history, it's the first time since 2014, back when Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, took on Tom Brady and the Patriots. Super Bowl 49 rematch here. The Patriots will take on Seattle in Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold headed to his first Super Bowl ever. Improbable. An improbable year. An improbable team. 346 yards for Darnold. It would be absolutely unreal. Against the odds, whoever wins it. Whoever wins the Super Bowl, it would be unprecedented. Whether it's the Patriots, 4-13 last year, or Sam Darnold, career redemption, started out struggling with the Jets and Panthers now. One win away from a Super Bowl victory. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 10 catches, 153 receiving yards. First ever Seahawk receiver to do that. Cooper Kupp, the former Ram, caught a touchdown, and what a game. The Seattle Seahawks are headed to the Super Bowl. They will face the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. 2 weeks from now, on February 8th, I'll be on for that call. Patriots taking on Seattle. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. I'm Sam Lowenstein. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good night. What a championship weekend.